Alright, 460 day 4. I'm gonna do a little run here with an account. This is my Asia account where I have less than 300 artillery strike, which I think is relevant to more people. So we're running with the full party here instead, and we're using the same equipment. So the Blizzard equipment, the heal equipment, yeah, Arcane Ward, the Spyglass for Ahune, and the caster slow here. Eudora shouldn't matter. So the thing that's significantly different on these runs with lower artillery strike than 300 is that you either have to hit Genn, in which case you can do the same strategy as the run that I did with 300 for artillery strike, or you have to do something different on Ahune, where either you set it up to maximize odds to hit on Genn, or you have to do the last fight differently because you're only able to have 6 units on the board and you have to put 4 in play, so you can't spawn a counter ward with your initial mercenaries. So I'm going to try to demonstrate how you can still win without killing everything off when you have between 200 and 300 artillery strike. So we got a good roll here. No attack on the coral elemental. And as little attack as possible on the fish. You can survive if some of them have attack, but we got a pretty good roll. I tend to not target Archmage Nova on the elemental, even though we want the rest of the damage to go there. And that's because the Arcane Surge hits first, which causes him to attack, and then the Blizzard hits, which makes him attack again, and the root's not applied until after both. So just to prevent that extra swing into our taunt here, we shoot something else. But everything after the Blizzard goes off, you can just pump into the boss to get rid of him. Because once he dies, nothing can hurt you anymore. And if one of your guys got injured too much at the start, you can spend these turns buffing them with your Medivh taunt when you're not summoning birds. And if you do that, you probably don't want to swing with this summon, or at least some of the time you won't want to. Because it can make the extra hit from that swing go into the guy you're trying to heal. But you can still swing. It's not too much extra damage. High nature anomaly can also cause some risk, so that's another instance where if you're worried about these entangling roots, you could like buff up your Khadgar, for example. But we should, I believe the Entangle has a 1-turn cooldown. It's not on the history anymore, but we're gonna kill him here before he'll be able to cast it again. So I don't have to worry about it. And I'll just let these go on random targets and figure it out afterwards, since he'll die before they... So here I usually try to kind of even out their health so that I can Blizzard for as much damage as I can. And go for crits. here I'm using the blue attack on the red attack on the green, putting the biggest crit on this blue that I can't crit any other way, and then putting the smaller bird on the next healthiest target. Alright, let's get artillery and not have to fight Galvangar. You can beat Galvangar without treasures with the same comp. Some treasures do make it easier. Bird Buddy's one of them. Ahune is also pretty good. Alright, well, looks like we're fighting them. You can also just retire and keep trying until you hit artillery on the first boss. So what you're hoping for here is that he does not Frightening Shout too often or on turn 2. You can still win if he does, but it's a lot easier if he doesn't. This attack roll is kind of bad too. Got high green attack. And you pretty much always end up having to Blizzard on 1. You can either focus the red or the green ad here. And we can't do anything at 4, so we just shoot, since we have to let this get countered. And the bleed target's not really relevant. Okay, we got lucky. He did not use the Frightening Shout here. Now we have to decide how to deal with these attacks. So if we want to transform, we have to counter ourselves because this is 2 speed. In which case we'd have to deal with both swings coming in. So 447 damage or whatever. That 270 would kill Khadgar or the Arcane Ward. It would also kill Medivh. It would kill everyone. So I don't think we can transform this turn, so I don't have to delay. So that gets countered. We eat this. And then we want a Bird Buddy. We also want an extra Bird Buddy on our guys instead of getting the buff the other way around, so we're gonna do this second. It's a lot better if he does not use this 3 speed, or if this guy casts an Orc Onslaught instead that turn. Works out a lot better. So yeah, this is where they have all the melee abilities again, so we end up having to Blizzard. Delaying our transformation yet again. Not great. I think we're gonna get a Bird Buddy here. Could swing with that one. We're gonna have to counter. Do I want to swing with this? No, because we have a 6 speed, he'll get a double proc and we can kill him off if we need to make a taunt summon. Okay, Frightening Shout, not great. And the 3 speed, so these two both do very little, so I could just let him get countered, which I'm probably gonna do, and just act at slower speed. So think I do want to get a taunt out. Here, I think I could shoot. I could swing and like spawn a new one. Let's do that. I was too lazy to do the math to see if this guy survived that melee swing. He did not, so it's good that we cast that. Okay, 2 6 speeds. I'm just gonna focus this even though it's not a crit. I do want to get this Hearthfire going. Let's see, can we do this? Hearthfire. That would give a buff. This would give a buff. And we don't swing with that. I think I can get away with this.
The Frost Wolves will fight to the last orc.
Exactly enough. Okay, so with Frightening Shout, you'd rather counter your Archmage Nova than your Supremacy because you can Blizzard every turn with this, and this will have gaps, so it's better to use this one. Now this is actually a problem because they're using 2 fast abilities instead of just 1. But I actually don't care about this Taunting Strike. So what we're going to do is let that get countered. We're just going to let him hit whatever he wants with this. Alright, looks like we made it through, so... I don't think I want to swing with him. Playing a little slow here, because the damage values and everything are different on this account. I'm used to playing on my North America region. And so I'm like second guessing everything.
This one's mine.
I guess I counted something there wrong, because I don't don't think that attack was supposed to get off. That's alright, whatever. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna have to counter myself here, so we'll just counter this. So this is fine.
Job's done. Frostwolves will fight to the last orc.
In this position, you can also just like pass turn and let him get countered. Like these frightening shout turns, I think it's better than locking yourself out, so. You can also let these Whirling Blades get countered and just act at 6 speed.
The Frostwolves will fight to the last orc.
We're gonna pass on that one. We'll do this for the buff.
This one's mine.
This fight typically goes easier than this for me. Oh, I should also be doing the Medivh nuke before the Archmage Nova, so it crits since the bird is too slow to get its damage off. It's a lot nicer when he leaving strikes because you can actually do all your stuff. I should have transformed Genn. It's fine. Okay, let's hit artillery. There we go. Still need another one though. So we're gonna do the strategy where we try to not kill anyone off. Which means we're gonna have to do some buffing here before we go with the all realities. That's the normal. So we gotta get up to 181 for the Ice Storm, and then double that for Reds. And we do have to buff the counter ward as well. So you can use Bird Buddy here to accelerate this, or you can just spam Mage Guard until you get your health where you need it. So like I said, I need 182, and then I need double that for the Reds, so it would be 363. So basically 400 and 200 save. But yeah, like I said, you just spam Mage Guard here. I'm going to use this Bird Buddy because I have it, and it's just going to make this go a lot faster. But you can do it with just spamming Mage Guard until you get what you need. And make sure you check the abilities every turn. I'm just doing these for oops. I'm just doing this for an even speed ability to activate Bird Buddy. If he uses a slower ability, you just pass the turn. Alright, so we're just going to do even speed. Not act with this. That's an even speed. I guess it's actually better to do this. Alright, so I said like 200 and 400, so we'll just go ahead and do one more cycle. So this is an example, he's using something that's not the Ice Storm, so we have to pass here. Okay, now I got the Ice Storm, so we just go ahead and combo him. And then guess I might as well. Actually that one will die to the AoE. Those extra actions over here are unnecessary, but... And this is where making sure your counter ward alive is very important, because if this was the Ice Storm again, you would need it to be countered, but he's using something slower, so it's fine. And these are always 5 or slower, so just doing this back with the equipment's enough. If you didn't have this equipment leveled up, then you could cobble together attacks from birds or whatever other attacks you have, and you may need to do additional health buffs before this transition if you don't have this equipment at 40 damage. Oh, and do not forget to counter yourself if he's using a slow ability. Okay, so we need another artillery strike to demonstrate this, so hopefully we hit it here. That's not good. Alright, nice. So, we cannot put Medivh on the board to start with, because we need him... Or we could, but we'd have to bounce him with Eudora, and he might die in the meantime, so... We're gonna just keep the guys we need, which are Medivh and Genn, on the bench. We're gonna try to get some of these other guys killed off. So she can auto-attack, he can auto-attack. And I'm gonna save Eudora because it's sort of like a backup to bounce your Medivh if you like mess something up. Although Eudora can swing too, so maybe we'll just swing with Eudora. Yeah, let's do that. And then Khadgar is a throwaway. So our goal is to make sure at least 2 things die at the same time. We also want to try to clear these shades which have 45 hit points. So we can do that with the Blizzard. And we want to get rid of these things eventually anyway, so let's just shoot stuff here. And then this isn't enough to kill. Okay, so we actually want more damage on Rogers. That'll take care of him. That'll take care of Eudora. Okay, so that's enough. If we needed more damage here, we could like shoot her or something and maybe deal with the shades the next turn. But this should be good enough to get our Medivh with a counter ward in play. Oh, actually, we have to kill 3 things, because it's going to make us play 2 mercenaries. Hang on a second. So if we just have 2 slots, it's not good enough. So what I'm gonna do, swing with that. We're gonna injure her. We're gonna not go with these yet. And then that'll clear the shades. And then we'll get some damage here, I guess. And I don't think these are relevant at all. I'm actually not positive that it makes you play 2 if you just killed 2 things, because this shard does weird stuff with how much it counts for. Like, it counts as a mercenary. It doesn't count as a mercenary on the first turn. It lets you play 4. But if you do like a Bonsomdi bounce, it counts as a mercenary when you replay it, so you would only be able to play 3 things alongside of it. So I'm actually not sure how that goes if you just kill off less, but we should have set up a good transition here. So she's dead, and actually we could use this to accelerate someone if we need to. He's dead. Eudora's dead. So that's the 3 that we needed there. And we want to get this killed off as well, eventually. Get this killed off as well. It's not going to kill Khadgar, but that's fine.
Job done.
If this is Shadow Anomaly were higher, this would actually be easier, because it would just kind of like wipe everything out. Alright, so we're good now.
Time is of the essence. This one's mine. Job done.
A little bit complicated, but still possible. And if you just hit the Genn artillery strike, you don't have to worry about any of that junk. Okay, so he already has a 6 speed, so we don't need to worry about killing him off. We'll just spam that. And as long as we never cast a Hearthfire, it'll stay 6. You can kill him off and then just get an extra bird out, and that'll give you like more 6 speeds. We're actually going to shoot this to make space. And then 6 feet. And then once we get to the point where we have all 6 speed stuff, we just spam the 6 speeds until we win. Because everything that Medivh does is faster than that. And if you want to just double check yourself, you can look at the little speech bubbles. At the end of every turn, it should say first on Medivh, to ensure that Medivh's getting countered. And just to demonstrate what this would look like, if you had killed off your extra guys and only came in with Genn and Medivh, I'm going to go ahead and just shoot this Khadgar. And we'll get an extra bird out here. When you're killing your own stuff off on this fight, just make sure you don't shoot an extra attack at it and then have that end up like killing your arcane ward or something. And the bird summon, even if your board is full, does count as an additional heal from Genn. So we still use that attack every time it's up. And I do highly recommend getting your Genn to like 100 healing. It's very, very useful to have in general. And it obviously speeds this up to have it as high as possible. And this turn should do it. This ended up being a little more tedious than I initially thought it was when I only ran it with the higher artillery strike, but you do have outs, even if you miss on Genn. And you can always just make sure you hit on Genn and re-roll the first fight until you do. You don't want to mess with all of this extra stuff. So there you go, 42 turns. Not as fast as the other runs where I just hit Genn right away and do it the easier way, but still pretty good compared to a Celestial run. Good luck.